Da da dee da 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 dee 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 da 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 dee. Nah, y'all know why. Y'all know freaking Marsha. Hold on a second. Hey there, Georgie. Happy New Year, sis. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Susan. Happy New Year, Dana. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to everybody who come in later. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How you doing? How you doing, Amy? How you doing? Happy New Year. How you doing, Snuggle? How you doing? Happy New Year. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, let me come in here like it's a new year. It's 2025. So let's come in here like Danny style. Burn. It's cold in here. I said it must be some marshes in the atmosphere. I said, oh, we, oh, we, oh, 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 we, oh, we, oh. That's how y'all, I wore a hat for that. I got my hair in a whole ponytail, girl. But let me tell you something. No, we don't need that. We need this. We need this. It's cold in here. Jared, how you doing? Happy New Year. Big Bad Wolf, how you doing? Happy New Year. Ooh, we burn. It's cold in here. I said it must be some marshes in the atmosphere. I said, oh, we, oh, we, oh. Oh, Dana, they've been knocking. They've been knocking, Hunty. They've been knocking, but Danny told them the other day, Hunty. Oh my God. Danny has never used, took advantage, manipulated, hustled anyone on here. I haven't. And even if you showed every receipt where they gave me $1 billion, they weren't used. But this isn't about me. But I had to bring me up first because I just been hearing my name, girl. They've been knocking. They've been knocking. They want to come on in. They've been saying, Danny, you went to Tennessee last year in 2023, and we heard the trip cost 15 G's, girl. I said, baby, look, in December 2023, I went to Las Vegas, and that trip cost plenty G's, y'all. But ain't nobody talking about that. I guess there wasn't nothing going on then. Anyway, the other day I told y'all that I keep hearing that there's a man named Wolf who is doing some elderly abuse. He's taking advantage of crazy cat mama who's a friend of mine. And that's the truth. I never faked a friendship with her. I never needed her money. Do y'all know what a need is? A need is a necessity. Okay. And to scam somebody means I seen a victim and I reeled them in. I seen a sucker and I took something from. No, that never happened. Never. So when I kept hearing this, I said, wait, is there a different Wolf? So I came on here and I told y'all, how did she get scammed by a man she went and got tattoos on? And of. And then the night when I got finished talking to y'all about how much she loved this man. Hey, Ann, how you doing, girl? Happy New Year, girl. Fear the love. Happy New Year, girl. Maria, Happy New Year, girl. Happy New Year to everybody, every king and every queen who made it, whether you like me or you don't. I want you to listen. I want y'all to turn your listening ears on, please. Please. I know y'all want me to come up here and get messy, call some people some names. I want y'all to think outside the box. So I want to do some things like we want to do some definitions. We want to do some rebuttals. Because, see, I heard there was some conservatory ships going on and shit. I said, damn, it done got legal? Legal schmeagle? I heard that some daughters was coming up on the internet and they was gonna tell they side about this $300,000. But I keep hearing about $30,000. And I keep hearing about the same three people. The only names I keep hearing is Wolf, Terry Lynn, and Danny. Wolf, Terry Lynn, and Danny. But I still ain't heard about $300,000. I still don't know, because see, to have a conservatorship, you have to be incompetent or a minor. And I need to understand how you still kicking the bobo, but incompetent. Now, see, you could be splurging money how you shouldn't, or you could just be living because you can't take the shit with you. You could be doing either or. Two things could be right at the same time. But I can tell y'all what's not going on. There is no elderly abuse going on in any form or the fucking fashion. Because like I said, when you're done talking about this 30,000, can we talk about the other 270,000? Can we talk about the fact that there was many other trips in 2023 and 2024 besides the trip to Nashville, besides the trip to Dollywood? Wait, y'all think Dollywood was expensive? What the fuck y'all think the Venetian in a penthouse cost? What the fuck y'all think Bruno Mars second row tickets cost? What do y'all think a flight when you just found out about it 2.5, 3 weeks before it comes? What do you think that shit cost? So let me guess, in November, she was an elder who couldn't make her way. And in December, she was just free. And, you know, she was just a sister on the struggle. She was just kicking the bobo. She was, I'm so lost. No, you know what I see? What you see? Brown bear, tell me what you see. I see some heifers trying to come for me. I see some heifers trying to lie on a man that didn't do anything but be there better than the heifers we seem to be talking about. So I am going to do something. Dreamsicle, Happy New Year. Candace, how you doing? Happy New Year. I am going to, Sweets, how you doing? Happy New Year. I'm going to do something you all know Danny does not do, and that is drop my link. And oh, I'm not dropping it for anybody. I'm not dropping it for everybody. And in this chat, guys, here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to attack anyone. There's no need to fight, guys. We need to listen. We need to listen. And when we're done listening, I want you all to ask yourself some questions. How is this person up here that's about to speak to us such a villain? But as of this morning, Crazy Cat Mama was letting this person know, as soon as I get away from Heidi, I'm going to talk to you. I need you to listen. Debbie, how you doing? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And y'all, I want you to know something else. When we're done with this, Danny's done with this. You could think what you want to think. Y'all could go see every PayPal Crazy Cat Mama ever seen me. And when you done seeing them, know this. Never scammed her, never schemed her. She ain't going to come up here and say, I scammed or schemed her. And then two, this is what you're going to know. No one scammed or schemed her. And when we done with that 300,000, everybody that's talking shit gonna have their name somewhere in it. So I'm gonna need that to stop. And then stop bullying this man. Stop bullying this man on TikTok. Stop bullying this man on Instagram. Stop bullying this man. Because how can we be bullying a man who Crazy Cat Mama is still in love with? Still talking to? And the only elderly abuse sound like the one Crazy Cat Mama is saying that she's under, that she has to pretend to be something that she's not. Kristen, how you doing? Happy New Year. Dreamsicle, Happy New Year. But the only elderly abuse sounds like the fact that she's on here saying one thing or sitting around while something's being said. And then she's calling the person and saying that she would rather run away from the world to be with them. And there's proof. So during this live, what we'll show is receipts. And when I'm done, y'all don't have to take screenshots, y'all, while I'm live. Danny gonna put it up on shorts. So no matter what is said after this, if y'all go with it, know that the objective is to take the people down who y'all talking about. And if y'all want to take them down with some real shit. But don't take them down with this bullshit. It's 2025, y'all. I'm alive. I want y'all to be alive. I want y'all to be awoke. I want y'all to think outside the box. I want y'all to understand a play when it's in your face. And I want y'all to understand that this hurts me, that this has to be done, but I live in facts. I don't live on Fantasy Island, and there's no one yelling, the plane, for me. And the fact that I got old skank-ass, punk-ass people like John and them mentioning me and what I got or what I did and comparing me to anything and thinking everybody, Kendra, got something to say. You got nothing. Like I told you all a few days ago, if Crazy Cat Mama gave me $1 million, here's what I could promise you. It wasn't scam, schemed, or hustled. I stand on that. I promise you that. And I promise you, if y'all look into this imaginary $300,000 that's in it, I guarantee Danny's name won't be the biggest fish you find. And if she's so incompetent, her daughter's taking conservatorship, then please, somebody tell me how she was just kicking it in Vegas. I mean, when I talked to her yesterday, she was at a casino. And I talked to her last night. Didn't I just tell y'all right after I finished my live, she hit me up and thanked me for being a friend and really telling how she felt? Because she couldn't. I said, it's not you can't, you don't. How you so scared you can't say how you feel about a man you love? So I'm not trying to come against nobody. I just won't be in this game of this terrible web we weave when first we practice to deceive. I will not play this COVID ass, let's take each other down by saying some terrible shit and using shit people really go through. There's a lot of elderly people on the internet, inside of churches, inside of their home being taken advantage of, and this ain't one of them. When I was in Tennessee with Crazy Cat Mama for 11 days, every day she talked to her daughter. When we went to see her daughter's son, she was on the phone. So it was no secret to her daughter who she was with, where we were. We talked to her in Dollywood. We talked to her when we was everywhere we went. When the car insurance place tried to add a fee on her that she didn't deserve because she had her own insurance and all that, she just said, yeah, give me the insurance. And then they looked like, oh, it's a $500 fee. All that happened. Her daughter was on the phone. But now suddenly her daughter thinks we scammed her for that trip. Never. Ever. I still love Crazy Cat Mother right now. And it hurts me, all this shit we are all sitting here doing that is ignorant and childish. But I decided, instead of sitting here and fighting with women I loved at a time, for real, I'm going to drop facts. Since this man Wolf is who everybody seems to want to talk about and say what happened, and I actually was there. I talked to Crazy Cat Mama when she went to visit him. I talked to Crazy Cat Mama when she first met him. I talked to Crazy Cat Mama through all this. And the only thing she ever said to me, her daughter and Heidi didn't like it. But I know for a fact when I was on the phone with her in December and she was at her daughter's house and her granddaughter was there and her daughter was there, they were making jokes about him, but it wasn't some old, I need to go stalk them all over the internet. And I have screenshots where people have threatened to actually unalive this man about this stuff and say they doing it on behalf of Crazy Cat Mama. Evangelist Val, how you doing? Happy New Year, sis. Cree, how you doing? Happy New Year, sis. Simply Blonde, how you doing? Happy New Year, sis. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy clean slate to everybody. Y'all can take what y'all want. Y'all can look for the way to try to take me down for whatever it is you got against me. I need you all to hear the truth. I need you all to go beyond this hatred you all have for each other. I need y'all to stop these fucking lies about when y'all want to make racism, when y'all want to make somebody's being scammed, when y'all want to talk about the hatred of women, whatever it is y'all want to talk about. But tonight, we talk the truth. So I'm going to let this man come up here and speak. And I want us to put our adult crowns on. And if you come in here bad, I know you're part of exactly the reason why I'm going to give this man a voice. And if you know me, you know I don't, Babs, how you doing? I don't drop my links. So if I do, trust me, I need you all to listen. Then ask the questions later. if this goes where we can listen, and I'm not gonna drag this out all night. Y'all know I ain't got time for no 3-4 hour live. I do, but I don't. Unless we're having some fun though. But I want to get this out. I want to get to the point. So without further ado, Christy, how you adjourn? Let's listen. I'm going to bring up Wolf. Wolf, are you ready to come up?
I am. Hello.
Hey, hey.
Welcome.
Introduce yourself.
My name is Wolfman Richard, also known as the Big Bad Wolf to some people. Um, I'm a full-time TikToker who plays music, eventually a DJ. So that's what I do. That's who I am.
Okay. Okay, Richard. So you already know why you're here. You know what I mean? So we're gonna
Mm,
get straight to the point. How did you meet Crazy Cat Mama? And we're gonna refer to her completely through this as Crazy Cat Mama.
right. So I met her on TikTok. She let me take my earpiece out. Uh, she came to me through one of my lives, and the first time I ever met her, she sat down in my live for a good maybe 5-10 minutes. Got to know everyone, got to know me, and straight up said, "Oh my God, you look like Wolfman Jack." And for those of you guys who don't know who Wolfman Jack is, he used to be in a movie called American Graffiti and was a disc jockey back in the early, I would say late 60s, early 70s, doing radio. And so dubbed the name Wolfman. Uh, and she started gifting me all these big gifts. And for those of you guys who've ever been on TikTok, you guys would know that these phoenixes and these Zeuses that people get cost a pretty penny. They're not chump change. They go anywhere upwards from $5 to give someone all the way up to maybe $500 to $1,000 for a gift. Now, I want to emphasize this because we're going to go into that later on. Is TikTok takes a cut, which is 66%. Okay, so when she gifted me these gifts, like the Zeus, like the Phoenixes,
Mm.
remind yourself they take a cut. Everybody takes a cut, no matter where you're streaming. They take a cut unless it's been directed to you, unless they give it to you directly through your Cash App or PayPal or whatever the case may be. Different story. But through TikTok, they give you only 66% of the gifts you get. So when she gifted me, you know, as I always do, even in my live chat right now, where I'm live now, when people gift me, I always thank them. I always tell them they don't have to, but it's greatly appreciated because I do appreciate every gift that comes through my chat.
Okay.
And there's not a one person in my live that I don't thank because that's their hard-earned money that they worked hard for on their 9 to
Mm.
5 job that they wanted to give to me because they liked what I had to bring to the table.
Okay.
And what I bring to the table is pretty much this: an escape from their reality. Because we all know everyone's life is not perfect. So
Mm.
I bring them music to enjoy, you know, not every day people want a gift, but if they do, great. And I don't beg for it either.
Mm.
If they gift me, they gift me. And
Okay.
so that's how
Now
I
I want to
met.
pause
That's
you
the,
real quick. I want to pause you real quick because the
yeah,
one thing about everyone, we got to make things clear. So this was her very first time coming in here that she gifts you these.
yes, very
Okay,
first.
so you hadn't talked to her, you didn't know her personally, nothing.
No,
Okay.
nothing.
So now once again, because even though there's a percentage taken out, and we all understand that, especially as content creators,
Mhm.
everybody gonna get a cut because nothing's free. But what would you say on the first one, just in a number? What would you say she sent you? This person who you didn't even know who sent you something. What did she send you the first time before
So
they
the
take
first
anything?
time,
What was it?
so the first gift I ever got was back to back, and it
Mm.
was Phoenixes.
Okay.
Now I don't know how much the Phoenix cost. I could look it up real quick and get back to you on that.
Okay.
Um, but the first gift I ever got was a Phoenix
Mm-hmm.
back to back, maybe in like a 10-minute span. And
Okay.
then right after that, you know, and I even have a video of that, um, where my emotions came through heavy because I never in my entire streaming on TikTok have ever received a gift that big.
Okay.
And I wept. I was
Mm-hmm.
literally in tears because I was joyful that I got those gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her from the bottom of my heart, I said, because on her name there is Miss Thing. So
Okay.
where you guys know her on Crazy Cat Mama over there, it's Miss Thing. So I
Okay.
said, Miss Thing, thank you so much for your gift. They mean so much. And everyone else, we're thanking her as well,
Right.
because those are
Right.
gifts that you cherish. Those
Mm-hmm.
not gifts that you just, oh, well, thanks. You know?
And as a creator, it's a milestone. So
Yeah.
as people send you something and it get bigger and bigger, it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
so then after that, she sent me a Zeus. Um and again, I told her, thank you so much. It means a lot. And never once I told her, hey, keep going, keep sending me gifts.
Send me
No,
more and more.
it was just those. And I would never forget it because it was on a, I think it was on a Monday. 'Cause I had to took a mental day, came back, and it was a Monday when she did it. Um, Let me look this up real quick. Price of gifts. There we go. So everything that I got was just pure her sending it to me because she wants to. Period.
Hmm.
Other than that, you know, after she gifted me, I did after my live end, I did message her privately because we both at that point were following each other. I
Okay.
messaged her. I said, "Hey, thank you so much for gifting me. I wish I could do something for you for gifting me." Um, and then we started talking back and forth through that whole day, 24 hours. We were just talking, and I
Hmm.
gave her my telephone number, and I said, "Hey, if you ever want to talk to me, here's my number. Shoot me a text. You know, I'd like to get to know you, and uh, and everything is just history from that."
Right. Okay, so that gives us the setup on how you all met with each other. And here's the thing I'm about
Mhm.
to tell you. For me personally, you don't have to break down every dollar that was sent. But what I want to get into more than anything is the fact that Crazy Cat Mama wasn't in some stupor
Thank
where
you,
she
Dream.
was coming unconsciously to see someone who was taking advantage of her. So, of course you will. I mean, because there's numbers been put out here about you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying about money. And to me, this is so beneath adultness, like for real. It really isn't all the concerns of the world or of what people are doing. This is so, but because it's out here, just to clean it, because like I said, on my side of it, black, how you doing? I'm sorry, everybody. If I miss you, catch through, how you doing? If I miss you, I apologize. I'm really just trying to stay focused. Um, what I want to get to is how we got to here. How did this become? Because in my opinion, this shouldn't be on the internet unless Crazy Cat Mama had a channel and she was coming out to say this, because there's too many contradictions. Like I said, after I went live, because that's how I spoke to you before this. I spoke to you while you and Crazy Cat Mother were building a relationship. And I spoke to you the very first time she went to Florida. And I spoke
Yep.
to you when you came to California. I
Mhm.
spoke to you both of those times. And I let you know that Crazy Cat Mama's a grown ass woman. So
Mhm.
for that reason, there's no reason for me to be doing anything but trusting that she can make solid decisions. And then one of the things I know for a fact is that everything she was doing, she wanted to do. Like it wasn't somebody forcing her to go on trips. And I never asked her, like, did you give him money? Did you I figured if she decided, what was it, a week you all knew each other the first time? Can you get into
2
that for
weeks, I
us?
would say, about a week, 2 weeks.
Could you let us know how 2 weeks into knowing her, whose idea was it for you all to get together? And
So so we were at this point. She's like, I gotta come down and see you. I said, you won't. And she's like, is that a challenge? And I said, I guess a challenge issued, because I'm the type of person that I don't. If you're gonna talk a big game, you better back it up, right? Um, sure enough, she showed me proof that she bought a ticket on her own accord,
mm-hmm,
and she said, hey, find a hotel for us, close to the airport,
Okay.
and I don't care where it's at, as long as it's close by, and we'll get it set up. I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay. And I did it while she's on the phone. And I said, the closest hotel I see is inside the airport. Now, I live in Orlando, and inside the Orlando airport, there's a hotel owned by Marriott. Um, and so I told her about it. I said, hey, you know, in case anything happens and in case you don't feel comfortable and you want to go, you don't have to spend the money on a ride, because I'm not sure if she was going to rent a car or what the case was. But I said, hey, there's a hotel that's at the airport that in case you want to dip, you could just check out and go straight to the gate. And she's like, okay, cool, let's do that. How much? I think it was like 300 a night. And I said, is that too much? Because there's other places cheaper, right? And it could be more, but I'm just saying 300, just throwing it out there. Um, and she's like, no, let's do it. Send me the link. I'll book it on my own end, you know, on my side.
So
I
she
said, okay,
booked the
cool.
hotel.
So she
So
booked it
she
on her
booked
own.
it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Everything was under her name.
Okay.
She missed her first flight because she had cold feet, but then she, you know, got her big girl panties on. She's like, no, I'm gonna do this. I want to see
Mm-hmm.
this man.
Mm-hmm.
And she
I
came
know.
down.
Can I pause you?
Sure.
I know that to be true because I told Crazy Cat Mama before she left, I said, well, if you're making a decision like this, you need to make sure your daughter knows. And she told her daughter, they had a little bit of an argument. And so then the night of, she got cold feet. She got cold feet. She missed her flight. It was like a 6 a.m. flight. She missed her flight. And then I talked to her that day and she said, I really want to go, but I just, I don't want to argue. You know what I mean? That's not what I want to happen, but I want to go. And I said, well, you're going to do what you want to do. And I said, well, either way, follow your gut. The next day she called me from out there. And that's when I was introduced to you. She said,
Yeah.
wait, how did you
And I
go,
remember our
bro?
interaction.
Yeah.
I remember
So
our
that I
interaction
know
because
to
you
be
said,
true because I was there for that.
you flat out said, and I want to add this. You flat out said, you better be treating me, you better be treating her real good. And we both laughed, and I was like, oh yes, ma'am, I am. And we're gonna leave it at that because but no, like we had we had breakfast together that morning. Actually it was me, her, and my roommate, who I consider like family. She was my sister. And we all had breakfast. I believe it was at IHOP, either IHOP or Denny's. And I paid for breakfast with the money that was given to me through donations. So all the gifts that she gave me was used on breakfast. Um, and so breakfast was paid. I paid for that. And then we went to the hotel, and the rest is history. And we
Mm-hmm.
conversed for a good hour or so while we're watching the planes go by. Because
Mm-hmm.
the room that she got had a balcony to where it faced towards the runway, and it has a bridge that you can see the
Mm-hmm.
planes cross.
Okay.
And I like planes seeing. Like I'm a
Mm-hmm.
aviation enthusiast through and through. And so to have that view, that she didn't even know that I loved planes. But the point that she did that was just amazing in itself. Um, no, did I not tell her what room to get? She did all that on her own. Um, so we sat out there, had a couple of drinks. Um, that she had bought Fireball and Kahlua, and then she had her mimosas. So she was already feeling it. You know, this is by 1 o'clock in the afternoon now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we had dinner together, and we just had a blast. Like there was no arguing. We got to know each other, um, and everything else is just history.
Well, I know that after the trip, she came back, and within 2 weeks, she was back out there. Now, see, I didn't know she was going out there, and I was talking to her every day. And then the next thing I
Neither
know, the
neither
day
did
she
I at
was,
that point.
oh, you didn't know either, because I'm telling you,
No, she
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 literally, I'm
had
talking to
told
her
me
every day, and she keeps telling me like I'm missing him. I need to see him. I need to touch him. I need to hold him. I said, girl, you sound like a teenager. I said, and I'm loving it. I'm
yeah.
loving that you are happy. Like,
Mm,
and I wouldn't be saying this, but one of the things about me is I stand on my word. not because I don't, and like I said, we live in a digital world, so baby, we can do it's digital footprints. You can't be texting people saying these things and then saying something different, because even if you do, then it holds no credibility. So you can't be even, I don't care if you're sitting on a platform with somebody and you're saying he's using me, but then you're texting him and saying, I just don't know what to do. I'm just going to easily, this is too much for me. And like I said, the proof is in the pudding. So she came out there again. Now, let's talk about when you came to California.
Okay. Well, before we
How
get to
did
that,
that come about?
I got to back up a little bit, because the conversation that's on the table is the supposed 10,000, right?
Oh, yeah.
That everybody's talking about. So before we get to California, we need to get to this money that she claimed, or that crazy cat mama, but everyone around her is claiming that I took advantage of. Okay.
Please tell us.
So let's go back to where I was talking about TikTok taking 66%. Okay. Crazy cat mama was like, no, you deserve a lot more than that. So here's what's going to happen. I'll be your silent partner, which means no one knows who I am. The only person that knows anything is you. I said, but you don't got to do that. She's like, I want to see you flourish, and I want to see you succeed into doing this. I want to see you do this full time. I want to see you make a living from this, because you have what it takes. You are respectful. You talk to people as they are regular people that you've known all your life. And so she's like, I have your cash app now. You can't not give it to me because I have it. I said, okay, whatever you want to do. Okay. After the first meeting that me and her had, she had to leave early because of the hurricane. Okay. So both her daughter, and Heidi Black got her on the phone and was like, you need to get out of there. There's a hurricane coming your way. Okay. We didn't know that there was a hurricane coming because I didn't watch the news. She obviously couldn't watch the news. And so we were all just like flabbergasted when we saw this hurricane come through. So I was like, all right, let's find you a flight to get you back home ASAP. And sure enough, that Monday, either Monday or Tuesday, she left, went back home. Okay. Well, hurricane happened. I didn't protect my computer the way I should have. Right. So when I go live, I have to use my computer and my phone to get all the sound to work, to get this to work, and the music that I use. And so I was using my phone at the time, and I just told everyone, I said, look, my computer is down because it got wet. And so, all the donations that I get, goes to the computer so I can rebuild it. Well, Crazy Cat Mama is like, look at your Cash App. Okay. I believe the first Cash App amount was like $800 or something like that. That went towards computer parts. Okay. Then she said, what other
Pause.
bills do you
You have
have?
to pause. You have to
Uh-huh.
pause when you're breaking down money on the internet.
Okay.
That $800, you said you were live and she sent it, and she put in your comments, or she texted you,
Uh-huh.
look at your Cash
No,
App.
she put it in my comments. She said, look at your Cash App and comments of
Okay.
my TikTok.
And when you look,
And
that's when the $800 was in there.
right. And I said,
Okay,
you
so
didn't
that's
have to
not
do
money
all
you
that.
asked for. Okay.
Not money
Okay.
I asked for.
Okay, keep going. You
Again,
don't. You
I
know
was
what? You don't have
explaining
to
to
tell
her.
us what you did with the money. You could have wiped your ass. You didn't ask for. We're trying to see if you asked for it. Did you beg
No,
for it? Did you swindle her out of it?
no,
Did you get her drunk and then say, "Give me your bank card"?
no,
Did any of this happen?
no,
Okay, then
no.
continue. Okay.
All of that was done because I had mentioned what was going on with my computer. And then off live, she calls me up. She's like, I want to lower your phone bill. How much do you owe on your new phone? Because the phone that I had, and I don't know if I still have it, but it was an old iPhone with a crack in the back of it, and it was chipped. My roommate and I went to T-Mobile to upgrade our phone, and my roommate and I got an iPhone Max, the new one. And she's like, well, I want to pay that down. How much is it? And I'm like, I'm not telling you because I don't want your money. Not telling you. And I guess she went and looked it up herself, sent me the money, and she's like, pay that phone off. Now, mind you, we had got hit with 2 hurricanes back to back. Okay. When she sent me the money, it was supposed to go to paying off my phone, but it went to paying off the generator that took a shit on us during the hurricane. And I was fine with the decision, either pay off my phone or not get electricity while we have this hurricane going on. And because I live in a home that my brother and his wife have an autistic child, I had to choose and do the right thing and get the generator, because I'm not going to let little man go without
Right,
electric,
you don't you
you
don't
know?
you don't have to explain it. Because once you do that, then you open the door for people to say, well, what if she wouldn't have gave it, then how would you got a generator? But so the thing is that you took the money, she sent it, you could have paid off a
Mhm.
phone, but responsibilities are because I mean, regardless, even if we win a lottery ticket, if I go
Yeah.
buy $1 scratch off and I win $1,000 and I say, you know what, I decided with that I was gonna pay the rent, then people say, but it was gambling. I mean, you got the money. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But never once did I ask any of the funds that she gave me. Never
Mhm.
once have I asked for it.
Mhm.
Um, even even when now we'll go to the whole California thing. When
Mhm.
we went to California, she was arguing with me because I told her I did not want to go. I didn't feel right her, having to pay for anything as far as me going out there. I said, let's just wait and schedule another time that we can meet again. She didn't want that. She wanted it now. And she spoke to my roommate, and my roommate persuaded me. She's like, just go see her. And she had already gotten the ticket, and it was a first class ticket because I'm a bigger guy. So me being in economy, they have the slimmer seats and they're not very comfortable for someone like me.
Mhm.
So she had got me a first class ticket out there, from Orlando to LAX, straight shot.
Mhm.
Um, and the rest is history from there. I had a blast, being out there. I did a couple of live streams. She was in somebody else's live stream that I'm not going to mention, but she was in that
Mhm.
person's live stream the same time I was.
Okay.
And and I remember that night perfectly because we had fun. We had dinner together. We just enjoyed each other's company. Never once in any of the visits that she's had did we argue.
Okay.
Now, I did have to comfort her a few times because, again, people were attacking her and saying you shouldn't be doing this or being with this guy or talking with that guy. She was over it. Um,
Mhm.
and all I was just the ear to listen to and just be like, look, block out the noise. This is not
Mhm.
what we are here for. We're here for, you know, comfort and joy and laughter, and not just the BS that surrounds us.
Mhm. Now, you know, I'm gonna always play devil's advocate because trust me, with this story, I have ran it 8,000 times. I've tried to, in my mind, figure out where any of this makes sense because it's like this beautiful love story, but then I just have to say, because I've been real with you, I just don't get how Crazy Cat Mama can sit and let you be dogged out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, but yet, as of this morning, be texting you. I mean, she
Mhm.
literally told me she choose you, and that's
Yeah.
within the last 24 hours. So I'm just so confused because then it feels like you're playing this game
And let's
against
give
people.
everyone the
So
backstory
and
real quick.
anybody I can see it. I seen somebody in the chat said, in a way, it sounds like dry bagger. I'm not gonna laugh, but here's the thing: if anybody's gonna say it, you know how it is. If you say anything, if you say, "Man, I did need a
Right.
new this," and then it'd be like, "Oh, it sound like," because it's a lot of dry beggars. It's the internet, but
Right.
this is more so a case of a woman wanted what she wanted and she went after it. So if a man did it and he was throwing his money around, we would just say, hey, it ain't tricking if he got it. And she did the same thing. So here's the thing, but she wasn't a damsel
Mm.
in distress. She wasn't being elderly abused. She actually was having a good time. How long were you in
Uh,
California? 2 weeks?
I was in there 2 weeks, but I gotta answer a question that was proposed on
Sure.
your live.
Sure.
There's someone had asked, uh, did I or do I have feelings for CCM? I do, because had I not, we wouldn't have done the things that we did. And
Mhm.
trust you me, I'm very self cautious about who I am. I wouldn't just do anything with everyone. I'm a very
Me,
respectful person when it comes to that. And being a bigger guy, I'm kind of like most women are to themselves. I am to myself, because I don't like the way I am, and that's just me. And
And
then
see,
to
that's
the
why I have you on here. Because I
yeah,
know that the truth of the matter, it wasn't a case of you were like, "Ooh, she sent me those good super chats," and I'm just like, "Oh, I gotta have
yeah,
her." It was
yeah,
more of a case that she, like I said, she claimed her stake. She
yeah,
saw what she wanted, and she told me that. She said she seen him, just like you said with the Wolfman Pack. She seen him; he was attractive, and she pursued it. You know what I
hmm
mean? And she told me the one who was being the aggressor was her.
yeah,
So that's why when I hear all this, she was a damsel in distress. I'm like, where? She was almost like a
yeah.
ram, like she was
She
like a
she was
like a
she
ram.
was a she wasn't a milk. She was a cougar.
Yeah, she was a
She
cougar.
flat
Yeah,
out
she was a cougar.
she she went after it.
She wasn't no, and here's the thing, and I told her this. Now, when it comes to her daughter, I literally told her, as your daughter should be cautious. Your daughter should be this, but your daughter also is an adult who, at the end of the night, she's gonna protect you. But if you're gonna make a decision, she also gonna let you go ahead and bump your head if that's what you're gonna do. But she's gonna tell
Yeah,
you her stance. But my whole thing is that none of us have a right though to tell anyone who they can be with. Like
no.
we don't. We don't. We don't. And
Now
even if somebody is spending more money than they should, the truth of the matter is, who am I to tell them? Like, I would say, hey, you need to be careful. I mean, and they could tell me, hey, I can't take none of that shit with me, and you gonna jag it when I'm gone. They could tell me whatever they want to tell me. At the end of the night,
mhm,
it's theirs. You know what I mean? And like I said, you can't be 1 minute so incompetent that your family got to take complete control of everything, your finances, your this, but then you still kicking the bobo, driving to from Cali to Vegas and all. It's just a lot to be doing when you have no comprehension. Like, you know what I mean? And especially in a
now
time when you're telling us you're fighting, I want you to rest and not be in all this bullshit.
and here's the other thing is I was sick during the whole time that I was out there and her being here. I had bronchitis. So
Mm-hmm.
I was really sick, and she took good care of me. She didn't have to. She could have been like, I'll just leave you at the hotel by yourself. You just be taking it
Mm-hmm.
out. No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
She
Right. She in
literally,
Orlando.
both times in Orlando and when I was in Cali, both times she took care of me. She brought orange juice. We went to urgent care to see what actually needed to be done. We got the medications that was needed. She took care of me, which is
Mm-hmm.
mind boggling because if she didn't really care, would she really have done what she did?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
She
Would
wouldn't
I
have.
still be around? Like you got to ask yourself
If
those
she
questions.
didn't really care about you, do you think I'd have you on my panel? I don't open my
Which
panel.
which is what I was trying to say. How do you this is something you guys got to ask yourselves. How did Danny find me? How did I find Danny? The one person that's not here is
Think you got
CCM
my. Mm-hmm.
because she reached out to me with a link of her video that I watched from cover to cover. And I heard this woman say everything that's I'm saying right now. Okay. And in that text, and I think I sent her a screenshot, she said, I love you. This is what I've been trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she sent me a text when I got finished with my live and said, and I hadn't talked to her. That's why I knew things were funny. And to be honest
Yes.
with you all, she had put me on block because she couldn't talk to me. But I had told her when I knew things were separated, because y'all, let me tell y'all something. To even sit here and do this for me is so freaking childish, and I'm younger than all the players involved. And
To
the
answer,
worst part is not you, not you.
no, no,
You
no, I was
got
going to
me.
say to answer Christy's question, when she was sick, were you there for her? Yes, I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for her when she was sick in Orlando. I made sure she was okay. The reason why we didn't stay in the hotel is because if you stay in the hotel, you're recirculating the same air. So that's why we went outside and got in fresh air. When she was sick, I was there. And carry on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I wanted to
Oh
get that
no, no
answer.
fine, no problem, no problem. Be careful with the chat because one thing about the chat is if you start answering all side questions, and it might end up being something that you planned on answering. So I want to get to. and this is really deep for me
Mm.
because some of these things I didn't hear, and when I heard them, I didn't hear them this way. I was made aware by Crazy Cat Mama that all the stress of all of this and the fighting and trying to prove she loved you or hiding things made her try to end
Unalive
this.
herself.
Yes, correct.
So I want to
And when
speak
she
on that.
told me that, I said, let me tell you something. We are all adults. And one thing about being an adult is we have to stand in our decisions. And
Mhm.
there's no way of just running, and that's running. And that's the worst running because it's still gonna leave a whole bunch of people with questions and all this. And I have to reiterate that some of this is, like I said, I would love to say, oh, I hate to say it. Cat Mama is to pray of some of this because I always told her, you owe no one an answer but yourself. If you can't stand in what you're doing or you don't like it, then you really need not be doing it. Like for real, for real. If you traveling up a storm, but you say it's killing you, but you keep traveling, then you know what chances you're taking. If you know what I mean, if you know you need to stop, whatever it may be, but the fact that right now, like I said, we talking 300,000, and I keep hearing about
Mm.
30,000. I mean, we still got $270,000 left to explain. We got people trying to unalive this. We are all grown, you all. This is too much. There's
A-
not a person out here when you love somebody can tell me that I love you so much. I want you to be trying to unalive yourself because I'm making you feel so uncomfortable.
And so I want to touch base on that because
Yes,
this is
please get us
something
there because I
that
don't know that
never,
story. So I want you to give
yeah.
us what was told to you.
So, so in this person's life, which I'm not going to give them the time of day, y'all know who we were speaking of. And if you don't, then you're living under a rock. But most of you guys would know. This person said that um that they got the first phone call that she tried to unalive herself. I'm sorry. That's not the case at all. I still have the audio recording from the day that she did it. Okay. Because at 9 o'clock Eastern, I'm always live. Okay. The phone call I received was at 9:30, between 9:30 and 9:45. I was still live. Okay. I knew she called because I looked at it and I had my phone face down after that, you know. So I made a mental note. I said, I'll check back afterwards. At the end of my live, I looked, I listened to the audio recording, and the audio recording was from Crazy Cat Mama. And she said, hey, babe, I did it. And what she means I did it is she took whatever she had. Okay. She says, I did it, babe. I just want to let you know that I love you and I miss you and thank you for everything. The moment I heard that,
You still have that
the moment I
recording?
heard that, I still have the recording. Yes.
If this is
It's
rebucked in any kind of way, then this recording I
no,
will release. Any screenshots you talk about, like I said earlier, we will release those
I
later.
have
But I
the
just want to
recording and
make
I'll send it to you. I'll be more than
sure.
happy to
Thank
send it
you.
to you.
Thank you.
Um, but she left me the recording and immediately, this was like maybe 11, 12 o'clock when I heard the recording. Immediately, I ended my live. I called her. The first person that picked up was not her. It was either her daughter or someone related to the family that said, hey, don't talk to my effing grandma ever again. You know, you're a effing scammer and a POS. Okay. Then the phone gets snatched. Then it's the daughter saying the same thing. You did this. Stop calling here ever again. And I'm not going to say the other words because I don't want this video getting blocked. But there was a other choice words that was said, and I hung up.
You
And
can say whatever.
that day forward, I could I couldn't leave myself to believe that she did something like this. I could not let myself to say, did she really do this? Is this my fault? Because I didn't want to believe that she was gone. The moment I heard that, for the past few nights, my roommates can tell you, and people in my life on TikTok can tell you, The first 15 minutes of my life on TikTok, I spent crying because I did not want to believe that she was gone. I even asked a friend of mine who lives in California, hey, can you go check the obituaries to see if she's actually gone? Because I looked online and it said that, you know, crazy, I'm not going to give out her government name, but Crazy Cat Mama deceased right next to it. And I have a picture of that too. And I'll be more than happy to send that.
Like,
That it said that she was deceased. And I didn't want to believe it.
I
When
don't
she
even
got
want
out
to
of the
hear. I'm gonna tell you what I said yesterday. Just hearing that is chilling to my spine because this is sad. And I told you the reason I also want to get this out the way. I'm so sick of this that I feel like here's the story, here's the other side. There's three sides to every story. Here's the other side of the other side, and Danny is done because this is chilling that we are as old as we are in this. But go ahead, just oh my god, they said she was
and I just
deceased.
want to say this. There was no no one faked this, right? It was a website error, right? Because the website I went on to wasn't you know, well known. So I was trying to find anything and everything I could that would say alive or dead on it, right?
Mm.
Um, and that's the only site I found that actually said something. So 2 weeks goes by. Here I am, still heartbroken, not knowing what's going on. I'm calling the cell phone. I'm blocked, and I know I'm blocked. I leave voice messages saying, "Hey, babe, please call me back. I don't know what's going on. I miss you." But I have both her house number and her cell phone.
Okay.
Okay, haven't heard anything for 2 weeks. Then I get a phone call while she's driving back home. She's like, "Hey, I just left my daughter's house. Um, I just got released today. I just wanted you to be the first to call to say I missed you." And we both cried on the phone, both of us. And to hear that I don't love someone, that I didn't care about anybody, that all I care about was the money is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that was the case, okay, and the moment I found out she was committed
Mm-hmm.
or anything,
Mm-hmm.
don't you think, honestly, guys, think about this. Don't you think I would have been gone a long time ago? I would have
And
not
why
stuck
would you
around as long
allow
as I did.
this fighting? Because didn't you tell me you've been getting threatened?
Yeah. So because a certain someone made a TikTok video of me
Mm-hmm.
saying that I'm a scammer, that I scammed a vulnerable woman out of $10,000 every
Mm-hmm.
day since, and the video's still up on TikTok. She has, I've lost viewers, which I don't care about because the real people will stick around and know who I am. Um, but I've gotten threats in my inbox from people I don't even know. Okay. On my socials, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this person that she hangs out with wouldn't even give me the time of day. And you have screenshots of said conversation that I had with this person. And the only thing this person had to say is, "You FFC, stop contacting me." This person wouldn't even give me the time of day to explain my side of the story like Danny is. Because there's two sides to every story and there's a truth.
Mm-hmm. That's why I say it's three sides. Yours, hers, and
And
the truth is in the middle. Mm-hmm.
and someone just called me. You would never guess who.
Crazy cat mama.
No,
Crazy cat mama didn't just call you?
no.
Who called you?
And they keep calling. They keep calling. It's
Who's calling
it's the daughter.
you? Okay.
And so I'm ignoring it
Mm-hmm.
because it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know
And
how
the,
she got
and
my
the
number.
thing is, I mean, right. And then the thing, then what you need to do is, then you need to tell her daughter, the only thing that this can be taken up with is crazy cat mama. And it doesn't mean she's incompetent. It doesn't mean she's unruly. But like I said, crazy cat mama's just texting you this morning. And crazy cat mama needs to make her stance one way
Let
because as long as she's doing this, it's only causing you drama. And
and
to
let me say
like I
this
said,
real
in
quick.
24 as adults to be forced out of relationships. I mean, come on. Jesus, do we have to sign a don't give me a dime, I just want you clause? I mean, like, I don't get it.
And here's the
This is
thing.
just too much. And to me, it's just too heavy and too depressing as this country straddles itself for looking like a civil war. We sitting here fighting over this kind of dumb shit.
Let me just say something real quick.
To me.
Is the day that I left California, okay? Do you know what she gifted me?
What? Oh, that ring.
Uh-huh. She gave it to me. She said, you put this on because I ain't letting anyone else have you but me. Haven't taken it off since. Okay.
Crazy Cat Mama told me when you came to California, she wanted you to move there. And I said, whoa, now slow down. You're moving a little too fast now. I said, girl, why don't you sell your house? So you talking about moving somebody in, girl.
And she wanted to come out here. I do love this woman. Okay. But for anybody to say that I don't, okay. I was told she didn't have any money. So if I was what they say I am, I would have left. I would have been like, all right, there's no reason for me to stick around. But I'm not one to care about the money. When we went out to dinner,
according to everybody, she got a conservatorship that I guess was instant. She got a conservatorship, which is done through a court. She got that instantly, and she's not incompetent or incapacitated. And she has this instant conservatorship. So that means she ain't got no money. She's controlling. And as of yesterday, while she was at the casino sneaking away to talk on the phone, and I told her, Crazy Cat Mama, you don't have to worry about me calling you anymore after today, because if you got to sneak to talk to me, then we're not friends. Right. If anyone, see, I've been hearing that Crazy Cat Mama been bullied. So if her daughter is listening, this is what I want you to listen to. Your daughter is saying, not saying because of you, that she's scared to talk to people, that she has to block people, that she can't even say who she like or what's the truth. That is elderly abuse. That's what Crazy Cat Mama is saying. And like I said, I have proof that when I ended my live the other day, Crazy Cat Mama texted me and told me, thank you for still loving her, though she's treating me like shit because she so-called feels she has to. Treat me like shit? Treat the man you told me you willing to turn on everybody you know for? Treat him like shit? So I gave him a voice. In doing this, some people probably going to become a bad guy. I'm a bad guy as I watch people who once hugged me, shank me in the back, and swear that's not what's going on. As I watch a woman tell me she's so in love with a man and ain't been in love like this other than with the 2 men she married, but then I'm watching her do this to him.
I also want to add.
No, I'm going to stand up and say all this shit is wrong, and I need y'all to look outside the box. Nobody's trying to prove that she was taken advantage of. Somebody's trying to prove I ain't shit, Terry Lynn ain't shit, and this man sitting right here ain't shit. That's what's trying to be proved.
I want to add real quick, is in a conversation that me and her, and when I say her, I mean Crazy Cat Mama, had privately, because she had wanted to come out here. I said, okay, there is a video out there that I said that I only wanted my name on the house, not Crazy Cat Mama's. And I'm here to tell you right now, and I wish Crazy Cat Mama was here to either confirm or deny this, because we had a conversation on this on the phone. I said, when we put our name on the lease, because in the state of Florida, whoever's living in the home has to have their name on the lease. Whether you own it or not, you still have to have your name on it. Okay? If heaven forbid something happens to you, what do you want me to do? That is the conversation I had with Crazy Cat Mama, because of the age difference. Okay? Those of you guys who don't know, I'm 37, she's 62. Okay?
Could you repeat that in the back one more time? I want you to repeat that in the back. And remember, guys, she came after him. He didn't go and say, oh, who is that older lady in my chat who's looking drive and I need to get her? He didn't. She came and sent him hundreds of dollars on the first time that he never even knew who he was. And when he thanked her, they started conversing from there. So if anything, like I said, once again, if a man did that, if anything, people say, oh, he was like a sugar daddy because he wanted to be. And I'm not saying that to be, I'm just saying, I need y'all to be adults about this. I cannot sit here and be like, oh my gosh, she was being, just like me and Terry Lynn was elderly abusing her in November, but in December, she was freely buying Bruno Mars tickets and all this other stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. I just need you all to think, McDuff, knock, knock. Anyway, go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you're good. So, like, there was no using at all. At all. I truly do care about this woman. That, you know, we have Discord messages because I'm blocked on her phone currently. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And she planned to keep it that way. She would
Mm-hmm.
call me on Discord saying, "Hey, baby, I miss you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see you." But I'm almost so scared because if I leave, I'm afraid that they might commit me. Okay. And all I tell her is, "Baby, it's
I
gonna be
really
okay."
think she needs to be committed, because I'm starting to think it, because at the end of the night, it makes no sense that 1 minute you got the logic of everything else, and she, like I said, she's still taking a chance, and there's nothing holding her. There's no paperwork. There's no way in the state of California that, just even if she had an attempt, then to say that now she needs to be, and if she could be held so much, how was she just in Vegas after the attempt? She's been out of town, what, twice? She's been
To
out of
my
town twice,
knowledge,
right?
to my knowledge, the only place she went to was this past weekend to Vegas for like a 3-day stay, and that's it. And that was because
But once
a certain
again,
someone wanted to go.
as she's getting her life together, as all this is unrolling and raveling, even though I know it was just her birthday. But that's what I'm saying. But people are trusting that she can go to Vegas by herself, where they
Riddle me
just
that,
releasing
Batman.
just enough. And if I'm saying somebody just went through $300,000, I damn sure ain't sending them to Vegas. Y'all, come on, could somebody please pinch me and wake me up? Could somebody please just say, we don't like Danny, I don't like these people, and that's just it? Like I said, she was just in the casino when I talked to her last night at 6:00 p.m. my time. Let me guess, she was just sitting there watching the machines go by.
That's what she told me. Because a certain someone tried to give her money and she said no.
I was watching the ships roll in, and then I watched them roll away again. Somebody, please. Because we got to be sitting on the dock of the bay. We got to be, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all, if I went through her 300,000 and couldn't y'all explain nothing but 30, I wouldn't be at the casino. I wouldn't be in the lottery line. I wouldn't be standing at the lottery machine. I wouldn't go. And my friends damn sure wouldn't take me. When was the last time Crazy Cat Mama reached out to you?
She reached out to me. I want to say in the afternoon is when she reached out to me.
Today?
Because she had told me, no, not today, yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Because yesterday, she had told me that she had to drop off someone at the airport. And when she goes to her appointment, she will give me a call. I said, okay, cool. I'll be waiting for that call for tomorrow, which meaning today. The last thing I got from her was, I love you, Mr. S, which I'm not going to throw out my last name,
Yeah, please
but
don't give us
Mr.
your last
S,
name.
because you wanted to use my last name.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because she calls herself Mrs. S.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put, hey, babe, just woke up. And right then and there, it said I couldn't send a message on Discord. So I looked and it said that that person is no longer available. So I begged to ask the question, why? Why can I not get a hold of her? I tried calling, left an emergency number through text for her to call me back. Still have yet to hear from her. What the hell's going on? As of right now, I have no fucking answer. She knows that we were going to do this panel thing. We just never knew when, because we wanted to see what everyone's schedule looked like.
Right. I know
Here's
that. I
my
talked to her yesterday, and I know that she wanted to do the panel, but she wants to add all these strings to it. Let me get away from here. Let me go here. Baby, well, first of all, unless you're living in fear, then what are we doing wrong by just telling the truth? If you did go through money like that and you were making bad decisions, then you need to make a better financial stand, and that's fine.
You
That's
and
fine.
you
But
also
to
have
make
to
it
ask
like
yourself,
people were using, abusing, and taking advantage while you were in a slumber dumber is one thing. You know what I mean? And then to still be in places where when you get stressed, you might want to drink or all these things and going through all this stress. I don't want this fire. I
and you also
don't.
got to
But this,
ask yourself
I
this:
told her, mm,
with that money, she may have given it out to everyone that she knew, but you also got to ask yourself how much of that was liquor, because there's
and
also
then
that accusation that she was a drinker and that she was a pillhead.
yeah, I don't know about her being no PLhead. See, that's what I mean.
I
And this is
I
what I
know
told
about
her
the
last
drinking
night.
part.
I said, why you sitting here trying to help so-called take all these people down, crazy cat mama, or being a part of it? I said, at the end of the night, the person gonna get thrown under the bus is you. Because it's gonna show that one, you are still, as of right now, texting this man saying you're scared of Heidi. And there's actual text messages of you saying that, crazy cat mama. And I told you, I will let you come up here and speak for yourself, or the truth has to come out, because you got everybody playing against each other, putting these narratives out. And like I told you, you need to, and if your daughter is involved, you need to let her see the whole 300,000, every trip you paid for, everything you bought, everything you sent to everyone, and
And here's the
stop
thing:
just going after the people that other people want to go after. That's what I'm saying. So even if you put my name in it, and that's why I told her, you've already muddied my name. You knew that this is what people want to hear. They want, listen to me, these bastards want something against me. And I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to let you sit here and a woman who was sitting on my phone. I have text messages that will show you her from October to right now, telling me that the best thing, that the only reason she was on TikTok is because she was following Lisa. And because she was the due to send the money to Lisa to prove that Lisa was scamming everybody for drug money. And by doing that, she said the best thing that ever came out of going on there to follow Lisa was meeting this man. And I've been hearing about him since. I've talked to him since. I've talked to her since. As of last night, she was crying on the phone at a casino talking to me.
here's the
When I
thing.
did a live the other day and I said that she really loved this man, she texted me verbatim, and I would print the text, but let me go ahead and fix it so I could take his telephone number out of it. But what you'll see in it is not only did she say she want to be in it, she said why she's saying she doesn't. Because she's scared. That's what she's saying. So because she's saying that, I'm going to make a platform. And I'm going to make a place. I told y'all, some people stand around. I don't need an army to take nobody down. There's not one mofo coming after me I'm afraid of, where I need anyone to take them down. I am genuinely doing this because just of last night,
And
she
again,
told me
I
she'd
want to
rather
make
be with
this
him than anything else. That's what she said. So if he used her, she told me as of last night, she's leaving everyone for him. And this will all be over soon because that's where she wants to be. That was last night. That wasn't
and I
24
want to make
hours.
this abundantly clear real quick. I never once made her choose anybody, because there's a rumor wheel going around that I made her choose either her or her friend or me. Number
Well,
one.
we know that can't be true because she sat with her whole friend and stuttered that you
Num-
was. She never could even say you used her. I need to hear
yeah,
her say he used me and took advantage of me. I need to hear those words coming. I don't give a damn what screenshots you got of PayPal, Cash App. None of that shit means shit to me. I got screenshots that show people saying they'll kill him in honor of people from the internet.
right.
I got screenshots where this man is being disrespected, but Heidi is in crazy cat mama. Sorry.
You're good.
Crazy cat mama is still saying, I wish everybody could just let me be where I want to be and leave me the fuck alone. That's what she's still saying to me until yesterday. And that she's scared. And that in
One thing I want to
person,
add
she
real
would
quick.
never say that she choose him over this doing this bullshit she doing on the internet right now. That's what she just told me yesterday.
One thing I
Crazy
want to
cat
add
mama,
real
that's
quick
why I'm
is
lying, I'm dying. And
I
crazy cat mama know I wouldn't come on this internet and say this if it wasn't true.
I did try to reach out to her best friend that she hung out with, which again, I'm not going to give them the time today, but I did reach out to her. There's 3 dialects of text messages that Danny has,
Mhm.
but the very last wording she uses was profanity and told me not to talk to her again. Fine. Okay. But it's there that I try to reach out to her. I'm still not blocked on TikTok. And her family, I wish her family would have gotten to know me the way she did, despite if they like me or not. Get to know the person, get to know me for who I am.
And that's why I told you,
Okay.
Crazy Cat Mama's daughter ain't no joke.
No,
She ain't no,
she's not.
she's not gonna
She's a
play.
tough
She's
cookie.
gonna speak up and she's gonna, you know what I'm saying? But I also know that Crazy Cat Mama's daughter is smart and slick enough and about it enough that if we was talking $300,000, she wouldn't just be talking about $30,000 of it.
Mhm.
She wouldn't just be like, oh, hold on, I looked through everything and the only people I seen was Danny, TL, and Wolf. Nobody else. And her mama still out making it rain as of yesterday. She's still giving out super chats and super stickers that's $400-$500, but she's under conservatorship. What?
She's about to
It
be.
sounds like she's under that elderly abuse ship we was talking about. It sounds like she's under fear. It sounds like she's under control. It sounds like she's under a spell and she done drank some Kool-Aid. But like I said, I'm done with it. You show me who you are, I believe you. I would never do this to my
I,
friends. I would never love a
I just
man and
wish
do this.
I wish at the end of all this, people would have gotten to know me, because the perception that's out there is I'm a monster. I took advantage of people. No, never once had I that I ever asked for money from anybody. Any of my friends can tell you. Never once have I ever asked for money. As a matter of fact, I like giving people gifts. Okay. That's the person that I am. I tell these
You
guys,
know,
because
this is YouTube.
when I go eat, right? I'll order myself dinner for myself. But then I'll turn around and be like, "Hey, do you want something to eat? Are you hungry?" My brother would say, "No, I'm good." Guess what I'm going to do anyways? I'm going to get him something to eat.
In
Why?
case he
Because
changed
number
his
one, I
mind.
don't like people watching me. But two, I don't like eating alone. Right? So of course, I'm gonna feed people. People feed me, I'm gonna feed them back. It might not be a whole lot, but it's something. It's the thought that counts, right? At the end of the day, I was brought up on old school stuff. Okay. My grandfather raised me. And the one thing he always taught me was, you treat your woman like if she was your mother, like she was your grandmother. You treat her with the utmost respect, because the moment you disrespect her, you disrespect the family. And when you disrespect the family, we got problems. Okay. I took that word from my grandfather every day since. And I love that man to pieces. And he's the reason why I am the man that I am today. Okay. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten into the military. Came out a better person than the way I went in. And the same thing goes for Crazy Cat Mama. I told her this the other night. I said, you coming into my life made me a better person than when you weren't in my life. You showed me things that I didn't see before. I could never thought that another woman could give a shit about me. I didn't think I was going to be in a happier relationship, but I am. You know. So again, and where is she today? I wish she was here to tell me if I was lying or telling the truth. But she's not. And I wish she would call me and tell me what's going on. Have a conversation with me. Because every time I have a conversation by myself with her, it's I love you and I miss you. And when she's around other people, completely different story. Oh, it's I hate you. You never wish me happy birthday on my birthday. Little side
Crazy
note.
Cat Mama's here. Crazy Cat Mama's in the chat.
Little side note. My grandmother passed away a week before their birthday. Okay. She passed away at 94. Okay.
Crazy Cat Mama, I respect you for coming in here.
She died.
That's the Crazy Cat Mama I know. The crazy
She
cat
died.
mama I know stand up. The crazy cat mama I know would be in this chat. The crazy cat mama I know would come in here and say, ain't nobody lying on you. Ain't nobody come to hurt you. This the man I love. Crazy cat mama, you here to do that? Did you meet me halfway? Because you know I told you, sis, I'll never let you go. I'll hold you, but I won't drown with you. And I will never sit and let you dog me or the people you love, whether that be your grandkids, your daughter, your real friends, your man, your whatever. Did Flower Power come
And
up in here?
I want to
Yes, did
say
my
this,
Flower Power come up in here?
and I want to make it known. I love this woman to death. I
Oh,
would go to hell
Flower
and back.
Power. Oh, crazy cat mama. You know I wouldn't lie on you, girl. Did you just put your crown on your head for me, girl? Stand up and clap. Stand up and clap. Ooh, she did me, no, she did.
I'm trying so hard not to cry right now.
Cat mama. If you choose your heart, sometimes you're gonna lose. I don't want you to lose your daughter. And I know one thing about your daughter, she's just like you. And if what you've ever told me before, and then it's the truth, then I know she's just like you. And I know it's just because she don't want you hurt and all that. But I trust if you're making the right decision. And I'm just going off what you told me, girl. I'm not going off what I made up. You know, I told you I'm a sucker for love, girl. I'm a sucker for a good old notebook story. And look at this. Huh? Girl, how do you keep beating the people? He love you. I think I have him on my platform. Girl, you don't even know my platform, girl. For nobody. Girl, I'm scared to try to think I'm like the haters gonna come. Cat mama, do you want to come up or do you just want to say what you got to say to chat, girl? Talk
She
to
just
him
tried
coolly,
calling me.
girl. You still love this man, girl? Drop the link. Wait, Rainbow, who's Rainbow? Is that Cat Mama? So that's why I ain't dropping the link. Cat Mama want the link?
She just tried
I
calling me.
don't
Just
drop my
mama
link.
just
This
ignore
ain't
it.
a fighting link. We didn't bring out nobody cussing out. That's why I even said in the chat, I didn't come on here for him to be cussed out. We trying to stop all this bullying that's going on, period. Especially if the person we supposed to be defending is saying this is the man I love. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Why is that a bad thing? Why is that bad? Why is it bad? Shit, everybody worried about everybody's money but they own. Crazy Cat Mama can't give me a solid dollar in months, and I still ain't changed that. Even with this bullshit, when she hit my line the other day, I answered the phone.
I'm sorry.
My mama reached out for her birthday because we love her. I pray for her. Y'all, just because y'all will do it, don't make it me or him or everybody else. And the fact that we've dragged this woman to this place to have to do this is ridiculous, y'all. Oh, I didn't see her say drop the link. I saw what you call it say drop the link. So whoever telling me to stop talking and do all this, you can shut up. This is my channel. I'm gonna talk as much as I want. Remember that. And I am gonna say all of what I'm saying. I am gonna say all of what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me drop that. Get so tired of these tough fucking Tomies who want to talk shit in the chat. Just say drop the like. Shit. You know. This link is truly only for Crazy Cat Mama. So if you don't come up and show me Crazy Cat Mama, I'm not letting you up. So if that's not who hits the back, it's not who's coming up. Crazy Cat Mama.
So much for an hour.
Crazy Cat Mama, you gotta show me you.
Ugh.
Crazy Cat Mama, I see you backstage, but you gotta show me you. It says Crazy Cat Mama's backstage, but until she showed me it's her. Because now I got two Crazy Cat Mamas. You got to show me you on one of them.
All you got to do is turn on the camera just to verify.
Let's see. Until you do that, you won't get on my stage.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to do the ugly cry.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's her. Okay, take yourself off. Okay. Welcome. We can hear you, Cat Mama.
Hello?
Okay.
You might want to check your mute button, hon.
Yeah, make sure you're not muted. I don't have you muted.
Hello.
Hey, we hear you now.
What the fuck is going on?
We can hear you.
Danny.
I hear you. The whole world can hear you. We can all hear you.
Danny.
Yes, I hear you.
Can you guys hear me or not?
Yes.
Yes,
yes,
we can hear you.
Hear you. Because I can't hear you guys.
We hear you.
I can't hear you guys.
Let me see what's going on. Because suddenly you disappeared where I don't even see your thing. Okay, wait.
Fucking hell.
But we can hear you. I can hear you. Let me text her. We can hear you.
I just saw like a hand or something go by.
Did you turn your camera back on?
Christy,
we can hear
stop,
you.
Please.
We can hear you.
I can't. I don't know how to fix this shit.
We hear you. We'll call it a blooper later. But we hear you.
And she's calling me. Someone help her with the tech issue.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute her on here for real quick. Is she still on there?
She's been calling me.
Okay. Answer and tell her that we can hear her. Oh, she just dropped. Let's see if she
Maybe
come back
because she
in.
had two links, she had to get rid of both of them and then come back.
Oh, if she had both of them open, because one of them dropped down from back here.
And for those of you guys
Let me
on
see.
TikTok, I would help her, but then it will kick me off, and I'm not trying to do the whole trying to come back in.
Yeah, and that's why I was telling her we can hear her. So if she called back, tell her we can hear her.
They said you could text her the link.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I hate to at this moment.
And Christy, I just want to say this out loud. I have no beef, qualms, whatever. I respect you as her daughter. And that's all I could do. Even
Her daughter's
words
in the
were
chat.
exchanged. Yeah. Even words were exchanged. It doesn't mean that I don't like you at all. I think you're an amazing person to your mom. You're doing everything you can. And, you know, I just want to say thank you. I just wish that we could have talked a lot more civilly than what happened. And that's all I want to say. I would just want to leave it at that. And respectfully, I just hope that you had a good Christmas, a great New Year.
Can you hear us? We can hear you. Can you hear us? Cat, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
But now
Hello?
well, I'm not Margaritaville because no disrespect to Christy, at the end of the night, like only thing we trying to prove is that no one was taken advantage of. So the only way to prove that is have the person who supposedly took advantage and the person who was supposedly taken advantage of. And at the end of the night, Crazy Cat Mama is sane enough to hold conversations and, like I said, just go to Las Vegas the last couple of days and drive there. So if she's sane enough to do that, she's sane enough to come and speak for herself, and she is your mother, not your daughter. And the fact that you would come in a chat and embarrass your mother like that already is disrespectful. And maybe that's why women who hang out with her are disrespecting your mother like that on the internet, where your mother has to come on here and explain who she loves, why she loves them, what she spent, and who she spent it with. That is embarrassing.
Hello.
Yeah, we
That
can
would
hear
be
you.
like if your mother came on here and was talking about who you were with or what they did. She has no right to do that. Go ahead. We can hear you, Cat Mama.
I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
We hear you.
Okay. Yes,
None of us would
I'm
be
saying
talking about this if this wasn't brought to the internet.
because I'm saying that I love somebody, and that's what hurts the most.
That's what's
That's really
sad.
what hurts the most. If people
You
would have just left me alone and accepted me for what I wanted in my life, I would never have tried to pick my life. But you know what? It's about trying to push me back over the edge right now. And I'm done. I'm done. Babe, you know how much I fucking love you. You know it. You know how much I love you. I never stopped.
Breathe, cat mama, breathe. I need you to breathe, please.
Oh,
Breathe.
my fucking God.
Please breathe. Please breathe. Please breathe. You're not making a mistake. You're taking your life back. This isn't my life. It isn't our life. It isn't your daughter's life. It ain't your friend's life. Nobody. It's your life. So you're taking back. So breathe. Breathe. I know what you're doing. I can tell by how you're talking. I need you to breathe. I need you to breathe. Please.
Jesus fucking Christ. Get me. Just let me fucking.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, I swear to God, I wish my daughter never would have found me.
Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare, Cat.
Don't
Don't
do
you
that.
I
dare.
swear to God.
Don't you
That's
dare.
all
No,
I
yes,
do is
don't you dare.
because
She loves you. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Because this has nothing to do with that. You're grown. If you choose this man, you choose him, but don't you dare. Don't you dare. Your daughter can't come in here and disrespect you. You won't disrespect her because she's your daughter. She's flesh of your flesh. And this is your
Blood is
choice. And
always
that
thicker than water.
it's always so please. No one's telling you to choose. Choose you. You're not choosing against her. You're choosing you. And if not being with him makes you unhappy, then you choose to be happy. It's okay. But don't say anything nasty about your daughter, please.
I didn't say
Please.
anything
Because
nasty
I know
about
how
her. I
much you
just said I
love her
wish
and I
that
know
she
how much
would.
she loves you.
I love my daughter. That's a fact.
And she loves you.
And I know that she's trying to look out for me.
Tell her you're okay. Breathe. 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 Breathe.
We're all here at the end of all this, hun. We're all here out of love and respect. And like I've been trying to tell you, all I wanted was someone to hear what's going on.
And look at all this love you're getting in there. Please take a deep breath.
I can't.
Breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
I'm trying.
Here, I'm gonna pull you backstage. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Cause let me tell you something, Cat Mama. You count to me. I don't want you in no situation where you are sitting here unable to breathe because this is too much. It's everybody see this is too much. This is too, can y'all please just leave them alone? If Kat and her daughter need to work out something, let them do that off of here. Let her and him do that off of here. This was brought to not to do this. This I will not do. I won't have her up here fighting to breathe, to fight, to say what she got to say. I'm going to wrap this right now. I'm going to end this right now. Hey, Cat, Wolf, I'm about to call y'all offline.
Yeah.
I'm going to end this right now. I'm sorry, y'all. What I won't do. This is not a show I'm willing to do.
I want to say this, and I want everyone to hear me loud and clear. When we started this, we needed everyone to be respectful. And now we got to end this because no one knows how to be respectful. And I don't care who it hurts.
And I didn't come to hurt
I understand
nobody.
that people are upset. I understand that people are upset. I understand feelings are hurt. But please, this was supposed to be a respectful thing on all sides.
Cat, you okay? Because you're stressing, I'm going to need to end this.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Don't apologize, man.
You don't sound fine. You have everybody worried. And they standing here supporting you and telling you it's okay. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Sis, I'm going to end this, sis. I'm going to end it. You've said enough. I'm going to end this, sis.
Babe, I love you.
You hear him, Richard?
I hear him. I love it too.
Well,
I
he's
do.
about to call you. He's about to call you. Y'all
We're
need to
about
talk
to do a
offline.
three-way.
All right. All right. Cat, about to call you online. I mean, goodness.
Okay.
All right, I love you. Bye. Richard, I'm about to hit your
Thank you guys for
line.
being
I'm
here.
sorry. Thank you.
Yep.
Guys, I'm sorry. What I'm not going to do is I don't waste life. I'm here to save a life. I'm here to think outside the box. I'm here to do something better. I'm sorry that this has caused a strain on a family. And I'm sorry that this ever got brought to the internet. But when you bring out a story, you got to bring out the whole story. And I had to give them a voice, both, to say what they had to say. And I'm so glad that Cat Mama checked in. But stressing her out is not what I wanted any of this to do. So, y'all, have a good one. Have a good one. I'm out, y'all. I am out. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. See you later.